Hey guys, how we doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a great start to your week. It is only what, Monday? Yeah, it's only Monday. But it is December the 9th. So we're getting closer to Christmas. Hopefully that's good for you guys. Hopefully that's a good time of the year for you guys and you spend a whole lot of time with family and friends. But if you're new to the channel or you're new to if you're new to the channel or if you're new to YouTube and this is your first time being on any channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're coming back for another live, thank you guys for joining me. I do appreciate it. I genuinely do. I know I say it a lot, but I appreciate you guys. You guys could be anywhere, but you're here with me. So if you guys do like the video and you appreciate the content, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get up to 20,000 subscribers. We're slowly climbing there, but we'll be there before we know it. So I'm not too upset about it. We'll get there. I can't believe we've gotten this far in 2 years. Wow. That's amazing. That's really amazing. And it's because of you guys. So thanks for sticking around with me. Hey, Ladybug. How you doing? Hey, Stephanie. Mhm. I saw Stephanie earlier in a live. I was in that whole live until I found out they caught the suspect here, and I was like, gotta go. Hey, Ashley. Hopefully you're back. Oh, she's driving. Oh, she's not driving. Okay, she's good. I thought said she was driving. Santa Sonic is one. Be right back. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Hey, Suze. Thank you. Yeah, everyone hit the like. I even hit the like. I should hit the like on my own video. So, you know what I mean? I should like it. It's me, I guess, right? Shouldn't hate myself. Hey, Mary Beth. What have you been up to since you've been off work? Anything fun? Hey, Princess Elsa. Hey, Therese. She probably made something good. Hey, Catherine. I don't know if I said hey to you, Catherine. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, Wizard. We got you twice in 2 days? Uh-oh. Hey, Catherine. It's good to see you, Catherine. Hey, Hummingbird. I love that name. I say that a lot, I know, but I do. I love that name. Phantom Growler. I wonder what my name would be if I had I had TitaniumBuilt. I wonder what I would have came on the platform if I wasn't a creator, if I would just or subscribe, if I just became if I just came in and because I was a subscriber. I don't know what I was under. I think just my name. Hey, Mike. Hey, Citizen Sleuth. Which isn't very smart, I think our hot hero Luigi isn't very smart. Yeah, he's not very smart. He must have got the looks and the money. His family, wowza. They own everything. They own a radio station, 2 country clubs. I'm like, what? That's why he was going to them Ivy League schools. Plus, he was smart, Hey, Ben. Brian K is innocent. Do you go to over chat and say that? Because, we're not even talking about Brian. Man, these days are not over. Why do you do 3 X's? Isn't that the corn stuff? 3 X's mean that? Or am I the dirty-minded one? It might be me. Hey, Garrett. Oh, you're at work? That stinks. Hopefully you don't work them too hard. Hey, Huckleberry. Hey, Bluefish. BK is innocent. Ben. Hey, Susan. Hey, Cynthia Beck. Hey, Scott. I actually had someone yelling, we've been working this case since the beginning. Talk about Sebastian. The fudge, we started talking about that March 3rd, so get the hell out of here with that. We just don't have to talk about it every day. We have things to do. We have people to, talk about. Hey, Brad. Big money? Yeah, I can tell. I could tell. And you know what I just realized? We're supposed to do missing case today. So we'll have to do that tomorrow. Hey, Bluefish. Hey, Amanda. Well, it's good to see everybody. Hey, UA. How you doing? Well, I'm going to put the link for the membership in the live. I'll put it throughout the live if you guys decide you want to join our membership. We are growing our memberships, so we're growing them here on the channel. You're allowed to become a member, I guess. If you really want, if you really want to. You're allowed to. Carla, one thing we can rule out, he wasn't a paid killer. Yeah, I don't think he was. Hey, Everlast. Hey, Lenora. Hey, PJ. I don't know the link. I just know you have to go to Safari to get to it. Instead of like going through the YouTube app, you have to go through like the Safari app on your phone. But you are green. Yeah, you are green. I just noticed that too. Hey, LA. Hey, Amandalyn. That's how much I pay attention. 1 month. No one stopped Mama Duck. Queen Hater. I love that. I love that so much. Hey, Aries. Yeah. Yeah, Aries. Well, you were in the chat last night. I mean, we never said anything of the sort. Never said anything of the sort. Don't even talk about the dude. We talk about cases. And if we do say something at the end of the live, it's like, just nothing bad. But yeah, I was very upset about what was said about my chat because my chatters are very, very nice. They don't laugh and make fun of people. They do ask questions, though, if there's a chatter acting out of sorts, and they come flying through through the live like a tumbleweed. Yeah, for some reason you have to go through like your Safari app and go through YouTube and then go to my page and then it'll have the join button there. It's really weird. That's how I've always done it on other ones. And Jay even said today, she's like, I think that's how I have to do it. I think that's what she said. Isn't this the most civil chat, really? We really are. She just said that we were laughing and making fun of somebody. Like a couple people. She said, like, we were all just laughing over here and making fun of people and all of this stuff. I about fell out of bed. Okay, let's just talk about it for just a second. Because we're all here. A creator decided, and I put it on my other page and I tagged her so she knows, decided to open an email on her live with Sebastian in the title. I don't like doing this on this live because this is supposed to be, about Luigi here. But she decided to read this email and then say that I said on my live that I was going to dox, right? Josh the Lab. I've only watched 2 of his videos my whole damn life. I don't know Josh. I don't care to know Josh. I would never dox anybody because that's not what I do. Like, that's not what I do. And it was BJ that said it. So I about fell out of bed. I was listening to Jays for Justice. I was just listening to her live, just minding my own beeswax. And I about rolled out of bed because I've never said anything like that. Ever. But you want to hear something funny? Josh in his About Me section has his full name. Somebody in the chat told me. And I know who sent the email. And if you guys can go back to a day or two when we had someone in here acting out, if you remember, somebody that's always in here, they were acting out. I said if they wanted to leave, they could. Well, they did. They went right over there and they said, I sent you an email. No, a Dreamcatcher. So that's who I think sent it. I don't know. That's who I'm going with. But I'm just like, you ain't gonna get me. I ain't here for Griffmas. I'm here for, victims, cases. Like we might say something little here and there, nothing like about her though, even or him. And I would never dox the lab. What? Like what? I wouldn't dox anybody, but I would never dox the lab. Like I don't know him. I don't even know him. Like I don't know him. I did. I told her to go back over there because she told me I was drama. And I said, "Well, I know who you watch at night, so maybe you need to go over there." Like, and you guys were confused as what she was saying. You guys were just confused. You guys weren't even being mean or laughing or like, what? Ki Kiki loves you, it was. Man, it probably was. Life called, Mr. Rosebud said. Hey, Brad. Yeah, I'm not in the mood. I'm not the one. I'm just not. Like, I wanna say anything that could get me to any litigation, but I will say this: fact check your shit, Brittany, and show me the video. Show me where I said, "I wanna see it, and I wanna see it by tomorrow." I wanna see it by tomorrow. You could do that. Surely. Surely you could help me out. I mean, creator to creator, I would love for you to clip wherever it was that you heard it, play it, and then I'll listen, because I would love to hear that, because I know for sure I ain't never said I was going to freaking that's craziness. That's just craziness. I would never dox anybody. I have no reason to. Even if I, like, didn't like somebody or whatever, I just move on. I just keep it moving. LA, she never. I should take you over. Just tomorrow, we're gonna go to my TikTok tomorrow, because I have some stuff over on my TikTok that I could show you guys. Yeah, it will. It'll happen, and then I'll ignore it like I usually do. That's what I do. I just ignore people. But it's just getting to the point where it's like, what? Like, does Josh even know this? I don't even know if he knows this. I keep trying to think, like, what do I no, I didn't. It's crazy. And the thing is, Granny was in the chat and she checked. She came over here and checked, and she's like, "No, Tanya mentioned Josh twice, and it was about changing the background in his studio." And I was like, "Yeah, it looks just a little outdated." That's all I said. Nothing mean, nothing mean.
Of interest in custody.
But anyway, we're gonna talk about sorry, I've been wanting to get that out all day. Actually, for a year, I've been wanting to say something, but I'll just keep it at that. But the arrest affidavit for this case, it hasn't come out yet, so I'm still checking around. So if anyone does that happen to like come across it, while we're sitting here chit chatting on Twitter or something, and you want to help your girl out, that'd be fabulous. I don't usually ask you guys for help, but I don't think it'll be out anyway until like tomorrow or so. So I'll keep my eye out for that, because that's going to tell us what exactly his charges are, what was in the bag for sure. Like, we know some of the things, but maybe we'll see, like, maybe the whole manifesto would be in the arrest affidavit. You never know. This dog messes with this bed every night. So tonight I wanted to start off with, do we have someone come in? That was me. Hey, Southernish. Yeah, Roberta, she is. Yeah. It was just bad. It was just like, what? Hey, Cujo, I meant to say hey to you. I'm sorry. Like, Mama 3, we've reviewed Ellen Greenberg. I have a whole playlist too. I don't know if we did the last one though, like where they said that they weren't going to open the case back up, and that really makes me mad. Yeah, it was Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, that's the shooter. Jake Gyllenhaal. Let me see. Me? It's probably because I use very good skincare, and whenever I come on a live, that's why. It's not oily, it's actually dry, in fact. It's quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. I can actually show you my elbow. Look how dry it is. You see how dry my elbow is? My face gets like that too. So, yeah. And if you want to know something really awesome, super awesome, this eye, it's fake. I could touch it if I want. I could take it out if I wanted to right now for you if you'd like, but So, yeah, if you're worried about my skin, honey, that's the least of my worries. For 39, my skin's flawless. So, I'm going to play this video for you guys before we go into another rant. And I have to change the title of the video. But breaking news. This is going to give us like up to date. If you guys didn't hear the press conference earlier, it'll kind of get us all up to date on what's going on. Because we did play the press conference earlier today. And thanks for being here, guys.
For the murder of the UnitedHealthcare CEO. And he's expected to appear in Pennsylvania any moment now in a courtroom.
Yeah, and today we learned that man, Luigi Mangione, is from Towson and part of a prominent Maryland family. Here is what we know about him. Mangione was the valedictorian at the Gilman School for the class of 2016. He also earned undergraduate and graduate degrees from the University of Pennsylvania.
Mangione's family owns Turf Valley and Hayfields country clubs. And Luigi Mangione is also the cousin of Baltimore County Delegate Nino Mangione.
We have live.
And I do have his full speech when he was valedictorian. I think it was in 2018.
Team coverage of this developing story.
Or 2016.
Tali Taylor is in Hunt Valley with details about Mangione.
But we start with Kai Reed in the 11 newsroom to walk us through how he was taken into custody. Kai.
Oh, yeah, Andre and Deb, New York City Mayor Eric Adams called Luigi Mangione a, quote, strong person of interest in the murder of Brian Thompson, but he did not officially name him as the suspect. Police arrested Luigi Mangione in Altoona, Pennsylvania. That's more than 200 miles away from the Midtown Manhattan hotel where Thompson was killed last Wednesday. According to investigators, officers took Mangione into custody after a McDonald's employee saw him. Investigators say that employee called in a tip because he thought Mangione matched the description of the shooter. Law enforcement officials say police found Mangione with a 3D printed ghost gun believed to be similar to the one used to kill Thompson. Officers also found a silencer and fake IDs. Investigators say they also found a handwritten document that may shed light on a motive.
We don't think that there's any specific threats to other people mentioned in that document, but it does seem that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
It was crucial that we were able to remove him off the streets of America, and we were going to seek him out no matter where he was at the time.
A McDonald's employee actually called the 911 number. The dude went for breakfast, I guess, breakfast, because it was early in the morning. Went for breakfast and came out in cuffs. And if you guys are not aware, his name's Luigi Mangione. I can't ever say it. Getting there.
Well, right now, Mangione is being held in Pennsylvania on
See, I keep saying it wrong.
Gun charges.
Mangione.
The NYPD says he will eventually be extradited to New York City. Andre?
Kai, thank you. And 11 news.
Me personally, with them keeping him there for like the gun charge and stuff, they may drop all that. Just because they know he's going to be shuttled back over to New York and face like really hard charges. So they may just drop the charges there just to get him back to New York to face charges. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
Mangione's deep past here in Maryland.
The 11 News Investigates reporter Tali Taylor is live in Hunt Valley. Tali, I know you've been working on this all afternoon.
Oh, thanks, Reba. No, I'm good. I'm saving that for.
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Well,
the fog has been rolling in over the past hour, but behind me is the entrance to Hayfields Country Club. It's one of the two country clubs that we've learned that the family owns. The other is Turf Valley Country Club.
Oh, his mama did.
We've also learned.
Diane, his mama did. If she watched the news, she knew it was him. She just, not my son. She probably had blinders on.
That Luigi is cousins with.
But them eyebrows. Now, if we're going to say Brian Kohlberger has bushy eyebrows, I showed Vincent because Vincent was watching the news today and it's on Fox News now. And I said, that's the guy that they arrested. And that's because I've been telling about this, case. And his exact words were, now those are some bushy eyebrows. He has bushy eyebrows too. So, and I make fun of him. So like for it, I tease him for it. So but this guy, like, he has distinctive eyes in my opinion, nose, smile. Yeah, they own country clubs. Yeah, plural. Like they own a couple, and they own like a radio station. The dude had money. Now we all knew he had to have money because the way he was just. I mean, I was being dramatic, but the way he was just like tossing $300 bags down, and the stuff that he had, I don't know.
With Baltimore County Delegate Nino Mangione, you mentioned that a little bit ago, and we're waiting on a statement from him. The family has a big footprint in the area. We spent the afternoon going to several of the addresses associated with the family, but no one answered the door. Luigi Mangione was the valedictorian at Gilman School, which is often ranked as one of the top schools in the country.
That's him right there.
And this is that speech that he gave back in 2016. We also received a statement this afternoon from the head of school, which reads in part, "This is deeply distressing news on top of an already awful situation. Our hearts go out to everyone affected." Now, Luigi Mangione went on to attend the University of Pennsylvania. We've learned that the 26-year-old was the grandson of the founder of the Lauren Nursing Homes, which is a chain of nursing homes in the Baltimore area. So between the country clubs, the radio station that we've also learned that the family owns, the nursing homes, this is clearly one of the most prominent and perhaps most affluent families in the area, but clearly much more to learn. For now, live in Hunt Valley, I'm Tolly Taylor, WBAL TV 11 News.
Tolly.
Well, they own the whole damn town, basically. Wow. They owned everything. Yeah, it's in Brian. Yeah, it's in Maryland too. Let me go to that actually. Let's see if we can. I have all kinds of videos. Where did I put that one? Maybe it's up here. I know it is over there, but okay. That's the former classmate. What was that one? There was one of him I saw somewhere. We'll find it before the end of the night. Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can. Okay, like turn yourself off. Turn off over here. Okay. I have so many tabs opened. It's like probably not good, but that's okay. Now, where the heck did that video go? There it is. Okay, this is him when he was, I guess, 10 years ago, 16. Maybe 17. He'd have to be 17 because yeah, graduation, 17, 18, so probably 17.
All set. Congratulations. Thank you.
Or I said 2016. I'm sorry. I thought it said 2014. So it was 18 graduation.
Headmaster Smythe, Mr. Hubeck, members of the Board of Trustees, family, friends, faculty, and fellow students. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here to celebrate Gilman's 116th Founders Day. I'm honored to be speaking to you all today on behalf of the Gilman class of 2016. When I started writing the speech, I talked with several students and teachers and asked how they would describe the class of 2016. Many of the students characterized our class as inventive, in both imagination and initiative. At the same time, several teachers reminded me of our class's commitment to Gilman and its traditions. I came to realize that both views are correct. The class of 2016 is truly defined by its inventive, pioneering mentality that accompanies a strong commitment to Gilman tradition. Throughout its time here at Gilman, the class of 2016 has been coming up with new ideas and challenging the world around it. Our selling of Chick-fil-A during lunch, arguably the staple of our class, provides a great example. In our sophomore year, when brainstorming ways to fundraise, we didn't just settle for the usual methods of selling spirit shirts and Christmas trees. In addition to this, we did what seemed impossible given the tight schedule of the school day and began shuttling dozens of Chick-fil-A sandwiches to Gilman between assembly and lunch. Soon, we were selling over 100
like
Chick-fil-A
fun.
sandwiches each day, and what became likely one of the most successful class fundraisers in Gilman's history. But our
He's proud of that, isn't he?
ability to come up with new ideas didn't start then. I've noticed it as long as I've been here, even in my very first year as a sixth grader. If any of you have ever been on Gilman's campus before school starts, you would have noticed that every morning, rain or shine, the turf is filled with middle school students playing soccer, football, and frisbee. That tradition was actually started by the class of 2016. As many of you know, Gilman Middle School offers not one, but 2 recesses per day. But for the class of 2016, that wasn't enough. So, as sixth graders, rather than sitting in the hallways waiting for school to begin, we decided we'd give ourselves an extra morning recess before the morning even started. And now, 7 years later, that morning recess remains as a regular part of every school day. Of course, this isn't anything revolutionary, but it shows that even early on, the class of 2016 was challenging the world around it.
Yeah, challenging the teachers and the staff.
Having great ideas,
I
however,
represented the whole school.
isn't enough to innovate. The class of 2016's inventiveness also stems from its incredible courage to explore the unknown and try new things. Just look at a few highlights from our senior year. This April, 5 seniors performed in Gilman's spring musical, The Addams Family, all of whom had no prior musical experience. 3 seniors, Jeremy Booth, Gus Meny, and Jake Goodwin, landed lead roles, while Tommy Morey and Chris Wolf helped put on the show that I doubt any of us will forget.
Well, normally in high school, they're going to give the seniors like the leads and stuff like that just because they're seniors, you know? Like, I mean, a lot of schools will do that. I mean,
How about this winter when Kevin Wang delivered his senior speech?
this is
As Kevin
weird.
moved to America and joined our class in 9th grade, English isn't his first language.
What are you doing?
But that didn't stop him from delivering a both hilarious and thought-provoking speech about his transition to the United States.
Hey, everybody, welcome in, guys. I'm gonna
How
grab
about
my
Ray
dog.
Saunders leading Gilman's first-year cybersecurity team? Even competing against hundreds of veteran teams, the Gilman squad managed to advance to the state and then regional championships. All of these endeavors took a huge amount of courage. They demonstrate that the class of 2016 truly has the fearlessness to explore new things and the obvious ability to excel. But as inventive as the class of 2016 is, our class was able to explore the new while also preserving the old. Just look back at the most significant and magical night of our senior year, the 100th annual Gilman McDonough football game. After hundreds of hours of preparation, our seniors led the Gilman team to victory. Competing in the second oldest football rivalry in the state of Maryland, however, they represented not just this year's team, but Gilman as an institution and all the alumni that preceded them. So the class of 2016 not only explored new frontiers, but also maintained Gilman's most important traditions. I think this combination of preservation and exploration is what Gilman is all about. Gilman maintains its classic core values by cultivating mind, body, and spirit in its students, but also champions an environment of acceptance and diversity, while excelling in its technological endeavors. This fusion is such a strong part of Gilman, it's even evident in its physical geography. Just look to the destruction outside Gilman, or outside. Gilman is actively rebuilding itself, but its brand new fields sit next to classic buildings like Cary Hall. Further, these new constructions, for example, Sotier Stadium, bear with them Gilman's rich history in their names. So it's no surprise that the class of 2016 picked up this ability to explore both new and old. And it's no surprise they were able to achieve all they did this year, these last few years as well.
Well, you're boring.
But it wasn't just Gilman as an institution that shaped our experience here.
We almost made it through it,
The
though.
people in our lives especially our parents and teachers, had such huge roles as well.
Should have been thinking about your parents when you was doing what you doing in New York.
The parents here today, first off, sending us to Gilman was far from a small financial investment. I'd like to personally thank each of you for sending your sons here, as I can't imagine the class of 2016 without any one of these men on stage. Further, thank you for all the time and love you've put into our lives. You've instilled values in us, fed and clothed us, and simply been there for us every step of the way. I'd also like to thank every Gilman teacher and faculty member here today throughout all 3 divisions of the school. While the events and accomplishments I've mentioned in the speech were meant to highlight the imagination and courage of the class of 2016, these occurrences also drew heavily from your efforts. Our imagination draws from your inspiration, and our courage largely depends on your encouragement in the classroom, on the fields, and on the stage. So parents and faculty, thank you for all you have done for us. Today is as much an achievement for you as it is for us. As I conclude my speech, I have to remember that a valedictory, by definition, is a farewell. We seniors have been hiding from it all year, and I've even been avoiding it in my speech. But now it's time to face the truth. Our time as Gilman students has come to an end. It seems like just yesterday that we were freshmen, having tie wars and playing computer games in CT20, but now we're moving on. Just like we've done these past few years, we'll be exploring the unknown, whether that be attending colleges across the country, traveling the world during gap years, or fulfilling military service in foreign countries. As we embrace the new, however, we won't forget the old. Our friendships, values, and memories from Gilman will always stay with us. So, to the class of 2016, a kind of class that only comes around once every 50 years. It's been an incredible journey, and I simply can't imagine the last few years.
Look at that teacher even laughing.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that was a young Luigi. I mean, why'd you do? Why's your name gotta be Luigi? Luigi's my favorite when it comes to Mario and Luigi and all the other players. I love Luigi because he's the underdog. This guy I don't like. Won't be driving his Porsche anymore. Oh, Brad, he had a Porsche. Well, ooh, won't be driving that anytime soon, buddy. I do not understand. I mean, and I'm sure we're going to find out through this manifesto of 3 pages long, probably not, why he did this. I mean, like literally the real reason why. I don't know now. Like my thing was, I thought it was either a child or a parent was denied like insurance or, something through this insurance company. And that's why he decided to go ham on them. But now I'm not sure because we're hearing that, he was like anti-insurance company, or I don't know how whatever you would call them, but he had a lot of different things that he was going through mentally in his mind, I believe. So he said something about Brian Koberger. He did have the world at his feet. Kajor, he did. I mean, he had the looks. Apparently he had the smarts because he was in the Ivy League school. He had the wealth from his family. Man. But, that can only get you so far, I guess. So he's been charged with crimes, I guess, in Pennsylvania. Luigi is in custody in Altoona, Pennsylvania, as a suspect in the brazen Midtown Manhattan murder of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson last week, according to authorities. And this is his mugshot here. I can never say his name. We're going to call him Luigi. A 26-year-old from Maryland has been arrested in by Altoona police on unrelated charges, according to authorities. So, but look at the eyebrows. Now, we know those eyebrows. Let me see if I can look up that picture real quick. Because we saw him. We were looking at him before. Let's see if we can. Oh, wait, I gotta hold on. What's this? This is his mugshot. Wait, go back. They got a new one. Okay, we got a new one, and this one, you be looking a little different now, my brother. You be looking a little different now when they got the turtle vest on you. Oh, they always get the turtle suit. They're going to lock him back up on murder when he gets back to New York for sure. Yeah, groovy Nikki. And I hope he doesn't try to, I thought the mugshot was nice, but then we got a better one here. I'll show you guys them carting his ass into jail too, little perp walk for us. Didn't I say I needed a perp walk in my life, and now here we got one? It's like Christmas. That's what I asked for, Very different, right? Not as handsome. Just like Burger King. I was going to say, maybe I'm hungry. Brian Kohlberger. He looks a lot different in his mugshot with his turtle suit than he does when he's walking into court. Yeah, this is Luigi. Is that like a common name? I mean, I don't know. It's a little weird to me, but a former classmate has come out to speak about him, and I wanted to show you guys that. Before I do, we'll watch him walk into. I have it ready here. Yeah, I do. It's only 19 seconds, so not very long, but long enough for us to see him getting walked in. So he was arrested. They're at the police station now. And instead of them going into, like most police stations, I know they all do, they have like these garages that cars can go into, and they shut the door and then they release, the suspect. They still have him cuffed, but they like get him out of the car and everything there. So it's more secure. So if they run, they can't run anywhere because the door is closed, they're in a garage. So this agency, Altoona in Pennsylvania, I love you. Thank you guys for the perp walk, because that's what we needed. We needed a perp walk. And what do you guys think he's thinking? We'll play it twice. Look at all the cops going in behind him. Okay, we'll play it again. It is they kind of resemble each other almost. We'll go over to share this tab, but I still can't. Yeah, he's thinking, man, my parents are going to be pissed. He really didn't look around too much, like at cameras, or you know what I mean? But I mean, he could have been looking in his peripheral. I don't know. But I wonder what he's thinking right now. I mean, he's in there with probably FBI agents grilling him. But yeah, we saw the pictures earlier, remember, guys? Oh, and all of his social medias have been removed. Oh my gosh, like most of them. I have a few, but most of them have been removed. Like, I think Facebook was one. They were saying that Facebook is still up. I forget what one was down. Oh, his Instagram, but we already went through it. So good thing we did, because it says, sorry, this page is unavailable. The link you followed may be broken, or the page may be been removed. Well, we know what that means. It's been removed. So let's listen to his former classmate and let's see what she says about him and, her personal experiences. I kind of feel like this is like the same. Remember the girl that came out in the Brian Kohlberger case? I don't know. Them two with the bushy eyebrows and everything, just too similar. Yeah, they've been removed. And we talked about it earlier today. That's why I pulled them all up and I like left the tabs open because I was afraid that they would, because we were talking about it in the chat and stuff. And I was like, oh, so yeah, they cleaned out the Instagram, but he still has like the Twitter and Facebook and some stuff like that that we can go over. And his YouTube page. He had a YouTube page. It's down, but I have the videos. I have a couple videos. They're very weird. Very weird videos. So, sorry. So we'll listen to her while I'm looking for the weird, crazy videos and getting all my tabs in order.
Kind of start out, you said, can you tell me the name of the high school?
Gilman School for Boys in Baltimore, Maryland.
And you went to the school for girls then?
Yes.
Okay. School for boys. So really basic.
I didn't even read all that to you guys.
What type of person was he?
He was so sweet and so smart. He was literally valedictorian, and I was in a similar social circle to him, in that we didn't really party that much. We were more academically motivated instead of sports motivated than most of the people that we went to school with, but he was just like a wholesome guy.
So this is something, completely like, out of the blue. I mean, and did you have classes with him?
I don't think I did because he was always in the highest level classes, but I went to a few like pre-dance parties or after party type things with him, and he played baseball with my younger brother.
So he was a team member then. So he had, it's like he wasn't much of a, well, you wouldn't describe him as a loner. Would you describe him as a social person?
Yeah, a social guy, a sweet guy, very like well liked by his community, and in my mind I saw him fitting into a lot of different scenes.
Was his family, do you know anything about like what his family life was like? Any sort of, were they like out in the community doing volunteer work a lot?
I don't know much about his family, but with him being from the same town in Baltimore that I'm from, it's a town of many families that are more neighborhood oriented. The fact that he played in the same little league for the neighborhood makes me feel like it's okay to assume that they were just as sweet and average any other family living in that neighborhood.
And you said your brother was on a soft, it's not softball, it would have been Little League,
Baseball.
I guess?
Yeah.
Baseball, okay. So was he friends with your brother then? So like, do they like get along?
No.
So they're using a voice changer on her so she can be anonymous.
We're not totally friends, but I mean, like, yeah, he was a team player. He was good on the team. I was like happy that he had played baseball with my brother because I thought he was cool in high school. I was like, oh, cool, we have this common tie.
You talked about how he was just incredibly intelligent. Did you ever imagine that there's a chance that he could be capable of something like that, even though he's still a person of interest right now? Did you ever imagine that could have been a possibility?
Sorry, I don't know. Is my voice coming through clear? Yeah. Okay. I have been keeping up with this case because it's really groundbreaking, and I was just taking note of how smart and calculated each moment of it was, from the inscribed bullets to the Monopoly money to the manifesto.
But it wasn't. He took a bus here, showed his face to the hostel worker, dropped his water bottle, his candy wrapper, and his cell phone at the scene. almost didn't fire like 3 different times because he didn't know how to work the gun. I mean, I don't know.
In thinking about the very smart, detail-orientedness of a person who commits something like this, thinking about him being valedictorian and then going on to a school like Penn, it does check out in that way.
Yeah, like
I mean, I was impressed by all of the steps he took. He took a lot.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. No, just saying, yeah.
I know that there were like some camera pictures, like a Crime Watch photo released before, he was even caught. Did you happen to see those at all before police had any indication of who this person might be and like think like, does that look like, Luigi from school?
No, it's funny though, because I think he's definitely the type to have had like a post-high school maturation / glow up. He was always like a handsome boy, so I totally see the similarities, but I didn't put anything together. I just seen the image of his mostly like hooded profile.
What was your initial reaction when you found out that he was
You didn't recognize them eyebrows and them eyes? I would have.
a person of interest in this?
I was totally shocked. I was totally shocked. I haven't really kept up with what he's doing because we weren't close. And it's shocking to think of someone who grew up in the same community as I did, was a part of the same environments that I was, and had these titles given to him as valedictorian as a University of Pennsylvania Ivy League student going on to do this.
What his passions were in high school, like what he wanted to be after he graduated?
No, I didn't.
Take part in any, I think you talked a little bit about this, but did he take part in any clubs in high school, or was there any like sport or activity that you associated with him, or was it more just purely academic drive?
Mostly academic drive, but
That means you couldn't play any sports.
yeah, mostly academic
okay, though.
drive.
And how
He
long
wasn't the
did
greatest
you
at sports
know him
either
for?
anymore.
Like, was it from elementary all the way through?
No, just the 4 years of high school, and maybe some of middle school now that I'm thinking about my brother's
Oh, yeah.
baseball timeline. But like 4 clear years of high school. Okay, perfect.
He does.
Have you spoken with any of
Hey, Cyber
your
Warrior.
friends that did know him in high school, since this
Hey,
has
boy.
come out? Have they said anything?
Yeah, I mean, I texted I texted my friend group that was close-ish with him, and
Just like Brian
we were all
Kober.
freaking out. My friend sent me a photo of one of our groups of friends hanging out at her house from our sophomore year. And I mean, some of us are still like, is it confirmed? Is that definitely him? It's 100% him. Just speculating and processing shock.
Could you, the way that the terms that he had written on the bullets were typically that of.
I'm just going to interrupt her for a second, because why would you keep the weapon, the silencer, all the things to connect you to this crime, but you threw away the book bag and the jacket? Why didn't you throw away all of it, bruh? Could have threw it in the Hudson. Bye-bye, I don't get it. Like, he kept it. Like, you would have kept it if you thought you needed it. Really? I mean, I don't know. I figured he'd just go make another one if it was made by a 3D printer. But he threw away everything else. You know what I mean? Like, he just got rid of everything else. And then all the fake IDs. Maybe he was on a second mission. Maybe there was a second target. I wonder if Altoona, Pennsylvania is on the way to Maryland. Like, I wonder how that bus route goes. Because I was assuming he was trying to head home, to Maryland.
Like legal terms
Thank
that they
you,
use in
Southern-ish.
medical law.
Yeah.
Do you know if there was like any
Yeah.
indication or reason like why
Oh, I didn't
he
know.
might have done this if he ends up being
Right.
the accused?
I mean, yeah, I think it's definitely motivated by wanting to make a statement. And
He definitely didn't print the gun in Hawaii because he wouldn't have been able to get on an airplane here with that in his luggage. So it had to have been made here somewhere. Yeah, because he wouldn't have been able to get on a plane. That's why the cops were thinking he was taking, buses and stuff all around. And he came from Atlanta. So I'm wondering if that's where he lives now. Because they said that his last ties were to Hawaii. I remember them saying that earlier, but maybe he moved back. And thanks, Southern-ish. Yeah, he wanted to make a statement. That's exactly what he did too. Just don't know what kind of statement it was.
to fight against something that he doesn't believe in. And
I wonder what his Google search
I
would
mean,
say.
it was working. It's worked. Like, it's doing that. And I think it's funny when some of the people speculating are saying things like, it seems like he had anti-capitalist views, because that's, in my mind, what this was entirely about. So I think it was totally politically motivated.
Would you say that's part of like who
Yeah,
he
he
was in high
was.
school?
Mhm.
Like, I know, like, you think of like some high school kids, especially nowadays. I mean, I graduated in 2017, but
Right.
especially nowadays, I even feel like probably when we were in high school, probably at the same time, there were, this, I don't want to say generation because it is us,
Yeah.
but people were very into and have continued to be into, especially in our generation, fighting for, certain causes.
Right.
And trying to take a stand for the basis of their beliefs.
Right.
Is there anything that he did in high school that maybe he wanted to start a club or something in high school that would have echoed almost his personality choice that he made?
Did you see how that like flashed on the screen and then it said another name? It said like Sarah something. Like right there when it says Jane Doe.
Into especially in our generation, fighting for certain causes.
Right.
And
Look at it.
Trying to take a stand.
Right there, Sarah Burns. Did you guys see that? Who's Sarah Burns? Is this I hope it's not the Jane Doe, but it's like they covered up the name with Jane Doe, but you can see behind it. Watch.
I don't want to say generation because it is us.
Yeah.
But people were very into and have continued to be into, especially in our generation, fighting for certain causes.
Oh, that one.
2017, but
Right.
especially nowadays, I even feel like probably when we were
Okay, yeah, it is that one.
in 2017, but
Right.
especially
right here.
nowadays, I even feel like probably when we were.
Do you guys see that? It's so quick, but it's like they goofed and revealed her name. Shit. And then I revealed it. Nobody tell anybody. Sounds like I just sounded like my dad. I just sounded like my father. I think if he got caught, he wants the credit. That type of personality wants recognition no matter, what horrific thing they done. He wrote a manifesto. Yeah, I want to see that manifesto so bad. I want to see it so bad. I'm sure we'll get it, I pretend I didn't move. I'm telling mom. I'm like, with one eye, I know. Mike, I swear to you guys, I have 2015 in this, so it's over perfect vision. I only need the one, I guess. I catch the craziest stuff, but why would you even put her name on the screen? Like, why would you even do that? Y'all are ridiculous.
At the same time, there were, this, I don't want to say
just trying to remain anonymous,
but people were very into and have continued to be into, especially in our generation, fighting for, certain causes.
Right.
And
not when you didn't see,
trying to take a stand.
There you go. You saw it again.
The basis of their beliefs.
Right.
Is there anything that he did in high school that maybe he
I'm not doing this. These are all the times they are putting her name up on the screen.
Like, want to start a club or something in high school that would have, echoed.
Are they trying to do this on purpose?
Choice?
Oh, wait, hold on. It's okay. It's all okay. She's Sarah Burns. Because if you see down here in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see it. After the line goes away, her name is Sarah Burns. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a crazy question.
That makes me feel better.
I don't know of anything. He wasn't always the most outspoken, center of attention, obnoxiously out there valedictorian.
That was still weird
type.
though.
So I'm processing all of this and imagining him as the more quietly intellectual and less aggressively political guy. I don't know. I mean, like,
well, he is political.
I'm sure there's stuff out there from people that know him better, but there were people in his grade and in the schools around us who were doing more radical political things, but he wasn't one that I remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what could you describe his personality at all, and maybe just a couple?
See, it has her name.
Like what traits would you associate him with?
So it's her. She's the interviewer. I'm sorry, guys. I really thought it was them. Well, that's weird. That to like put it behind that like that, and to do it like, I don't know. They should have put Jane Doe and then Sarah Burns. Or just don't put Sarah Burns at all.
Was it the quiet? Was he? What type of what type of personality did he have?
I mean, I think kind, warm, and wholesome. Kind, warm, wholesome, and smart.
This is just something that nobody would have. You think that you would never have expected him to do?
Never. But with the knowledge, yeah, I mean, with reflecting on how smart he is, that part lines up. But again, thinking about just how warm and sweet and kind and pure he was. There were so many people in his high school too who were very like aggressive, macho, downright rude. He was the opposite of that, and that's why he stood out to me back then.
Would you say that this is maybe like an underdog sort of thing? He would like, it kind of sounds like an underdog story, trying to
an underdog story,
doing what he thought was for a good cause.
Yeah.
What the heaven? So cutting her off because she's annoying. She says he's warm and soft and fuzzy, and I just can't believe this. Well, I mean, I think that's what anyone would say, but seriously, think about it for a minute, honey. You didn't know those eyebrows and those eyes? I would have known them a mile away. And that nose, you can see the nose through the mask. I don't care. You could see that it was prominent. It was like, just a little bigger. And without the mask, girl, you were trying to save your man. I had these pictures actually. Okay, so this is a couple pictures that have come out. So he was going by Mark Rosario. Issue date of birth 7/21/1998. How old would that make you? 25 years old. So 25, 26, I guess. So maybe that's correct, or maybe it's close. Expiration issued. Well, right there, they should have known. Issue date for these usually every 5 years, not every 4 years. So there's that. There's that. Yeah, he's 26, but on his fake ID, he was 25. Like if you put from 98 to now. Ooh, we're getting close to that. 99 likes, getting close to that 100. Woo! 100's a good number. It's a good number. It's a good number. 5'10", brown hair, male. Let's just see what it says. Look at those eyebrows. I'm just saying prominent. And then this is the ghost gun that they caught him with. Like what? What kind of world are we going into where you can just make your own damn weapons like this? This is scary. I ain't going out anymore. I'm done. I'm cool. I don't like people anyway. I can hear them talking in the living room about the ghost gun. That's weird that we're talking about that now. The news is talking about it. I was just reading the chat. Yeah. Could have been, yeah. 1994. Man, I wish I was born in 94. That made me I'll go back to being 30. No. I'm cool where I'm at. Well, actually, of course you may be fans of them, but we're not. We don't want criminals having them ghost guns. That's scary. That's like a one and done. Just throw that away. Well, someone needs to build me a house, Diane. Everyone needs to get together and get that 3D printer and start printing me out a house because your girl's ready for a backyard. I'm ready for I just want to like open a door and, like the dogs just run out. And I'm like, see ya. And then they come back, after they're done. So how did he know this man's schedule? I want to know the same thing, Southern. That's my question. Because I know, okay, so when he got there 10 days prior, he went straight to where the crime was going to happen. And he was there for about 30 minutes. To me, that's case in the place, like, okay, he's going to walk this way. I can go and run this way, blah, blah, blah. But it still doesn't answer the question, like, how did he know when he was going to walk out? How did he know he was there that weekend? He must have been following him on maybe social. Maybe he has social media. I'm not talking about Luigi, but Brian has some sort of social media. We never really looked up Brian's social. So he might have socials that was promoting that he was going to be a talker at this event. And but still, even then, the event didn't start till 8 a.m. Who's going to know that he's going to go there an hour and 15 minutes early? That's pretty early to go over. You're just walking across the street, right? I think that's what it was. Somehow he looked up the conference. Well, they're saying there was a video. Oops. Share this tab. And there's somebody, I don't know where this camera is because it's like zooming in and doing all this weird stuff, but it looks like this could be where it happened, but they're saying that this is okay, so they got a computer. Okay, they got a computer. I can see the guy there. So this is the street camera on the corner, and that's the guy just waiting. Was that Brian right there? think it was. Oh no, it's over here. That was him crossing, I believe. So, okay. Wow. Wowza. That's nuts. Let's see, where else were we? New image. I think that's the one. I think we already watched that. I'm just going to exit out of some of these so that we can see what we need to watch. This is newer. This is when he walks into arraignment.
Apparently in Western Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, for the so-called person of interest in that CEO killing. You see him there. This is the first image that we're getting of Luigi Mangione. Look at this. Our teams outside court just got this. So this is him walking in, ready to be arraigned. Taking a moment here, the first time that we are seeing this person since that 5 or 6 day manhunt ended after that shocking targeted killing of Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan last week. The CEO of UnitedHealthcare, Luigi Mangione, 26 years old, a Penn grad, somebody who had potentially, he certainly was found at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. He was found, police say, by an employee who recognized him, who called police saying that he was acting suspicious. And police found a number of items, they say, in Altoona on his person, in his backpack with him. They found this, the so-called ghost gun, police say, that may have been created using a 3D printer. We don't know who actually created it. Police say it's consistent with the one used to kill Thompson. They found a 3-page handwritten manifesto showing Mangione had what they call ill will toward corporate America. They found multiple fake IDs, including this one from New Jersey with the name Mark Rosario on it, obviously a fake name, according to police. Investigators right now are digging into whatever they can online, including, and this is some new reporting here from NBC News, as you take a look at this image here. This is, of course, Wednesday in New York City in Midtown, the day the shooting happened. Investigators are, we understand, now looking at an online post, including a picture he put up of an X-ray of a person's back with screws in it to see if that is related to all of this, to see if that was Mangione's back, or relatives, for example. That's according to 2 senior law enforcement officials. Why does that matter? Because it may be another clue, potentially, on any motive here. Stephanie Gosk is live for us in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Tom Winter, Danny Savalas are with us as well. Steph, let me start with you here. That first look, of course, at this so-called person of interest. Talk us through. Arraignments are typically very quick, right? Any expectation that this is going to be any different?
Yeah, sure. I mean, first of all, it's really important to say that he has been arrested on unrelated gun charges. He has not been charged yet in the murder of CEO Brian Thompson. But as you can see, he's being walked into the courthouse for an arraignment. It's unclear whether he's going to plead yet in this moment. Maybe he does. That's what we're waiting to find out. His day ending very differently than how it started. How he was here at this McDonald's eating breakfast, and one of the employees saw him, clocked him, thought he was looking suspicious, and called the police. And the NYPD say the breakthrough in this case really is because of those photos that were released, especially the photos where we saw the face of the suspect. You know, those images of him checking into the hostel with that smile on his face. Then, as you say, when law enforcement showed up here, he showed them a fake ID with the name Mark Rosario on it, a New Jersey ID, the same one that he used to check into that hostel, Howie.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories.
I'll show you guys what his okay, so this is his Twitter. I don't want to refresh. I'm kind of nervous to even post on this, but see, this is what they're talking about. To me, that looks like the base of your spine, almost to your, like the top of bones on your butt. And it's on his left side. Now, I don't know if it goes all the way across. With having 4 screws in there, I would say it's pretty big device. Coming from somebody that has a lot of devices in her body. I mean, I can speak on this. If anybody can speak on this. That would be extremely extremely painful. I mean, even after surgery, everyday life, it would be pain. You would have to do certain things to manage the pain. Now I'm not saying he would need like medications or anything like that, but you would have to manage it with like exercise, stretching, eating well, taking care of yourself, doing those things. And look at this picture beside him. I mean, it looks like maybe he is there, but we don't know. Maybe this was prior to him having the surgery, or if this is even him. I'm assuming it's him. I'm assuming it wouldn't be anyone else, right? See, and you guys have like all those pins and needles. Like he has a bar in here too. He has a plate that these are hooked to. So you can even see the top of the screw where the there's the screw and then the bolt. And then in between there is a plate of some sort between the screw and the bolt. And it's the screws they use. Where are mine? Let me think. Let me think. I think mine are out in the shed. So you may not see them. Okay. I'll have to find them for you guys. I'll find them after Christmas, but so I can show you guys. They look like wall screws. Like I swear to y'all, if you were to go to Home Depot and go get a long screw or a long nail, well, no, it's a screw. It's a screw. So a long screw. And that's what they use. And a bolt. Titanium though. Titanium. So it's a little more expensive. But when I got mine, so I have mine. Okay, the reason, and I should tell you guys the reason why I have my screws, they're not in my body anymore, is because my legs, they took them out of my legs. I had 4 in each leg, and I was so skinny at the time, I kept like nicking the screw with my razor every time I shaved. Just this one screw. And then I ended up breaking a screw in half. Yeah, I did. I don't know how I mean, I know how I did it, but I'm a tough cookie. I don't know how I got through it. But yeah, so I do have my screws. I'll have to show them to you guys. So he might be a person that got the surgery and maybe the surgery was covered, but maybe nothing else has been covered, or maybe the surgery wasn't covered. You got a rod in your back and see, no rods in my back. No, thank you. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that, or my femur. I don't know why. Well, I got it everywhere else. I got it in my tibia bone and everything, but not. Both legs. I mean, yeah, his family did have enough money to pay for it. So, wonder why. I mean, it is expensive though. Like he went from this today. He went from this guy to this guy. All in a matter of like 12 hours. Very weird. Let me see. If this will pop up. Oh, nope. The channel is unavailable. YouTube channel is unavailable. YouTube took his channel down, right? But left the dude that beheaded his father and showed it on video camera for like 3 hours. They let his video right on out. Okay. We see where your priorities are there, YouTube. Okay. Don't take me down. I'm just kidding. We're just kidding over here. I'm seeing what else we could find. Well, I'm seeing what I can get rid of. This is his LinkedIn, but there's just nothing to show there. Just nothing. I wonder if I refreshed it, if it's gone. Nope, still there. Facebook. Facebook is weird to me. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this and you tell me what y'all think, okay? Because it says 1.2K friends. And I remember looking this profile up earlier, but I didn't click on it. But I did see that it had like 1.2K friends, and I didn't think this was his account. Well, I saw some people showing this as his account, but look at this. All of his pictures have been uploaded 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago, he wasn't available. So does anyone know if this is like a fake account? Because everything is from 6 hours ago. Except for this, January 2016 and 2017. So it's like it has to be kind of his account, right? If he has like these on there from like so long ago. But all of his pictures are from today. Like no check-ins. Just photos. There was way more on his Facebook account earlier. It's fake. It's weird because there's 1.2K people that follow him. Yeah, he could have set things to preload to make it look like maybe he was somewhere else. I mean, yeah, that could be. That's because that's the one that, like, you know, was coming up like earlier too. This thing just came back up. Oh, and then this was a video he did actually before his YouTube was taken down. This is weird. I don't get it, but I mean, I do get it, but it says the truth. If you see this, I'm already under arrest. And this is all it says. And then it just gives us a countdown. Really? 800K? I could see that. Oh, okay. So he didn't have that many followers. Was his X account scrubbed? Because I have his X account. I don't think it says anything on here, but we'll play it through. We want to know the truth. What's the truth, guy? I have the volume on. I hope it doesn't do anything at the last minute. That's his story. That's it. It says soon. December 11th. What? All is scheduled. Wait, hold on a second. You son of a gun. That went too fast. It says soon down here. All is scheduled. Be patient. Bye for now. Ooh. 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 This is weird. It's a weird video. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, this is where the messages were from the parents, family, or whatever. It says, hey, are you okay? Nobody has heard from you in months, and apparently your family is looking for you. This was 10/30/24. 11/26, thinking of you in prayers every day in your name. Know you are missed and loved. And then 7/9/24. I don't know why it went that way, but hey man, I need you to call me. I don't know if you're okay or just a super isolated place and have no service, but I haven't heard from you in months. You're made commitments to me for my wedding, and if you can't honor them, I need to know so I can plan accordingly. So apparently whoever was writing it was getting a little upset. Yeah, he's caught. JCN, are you talking about? Yeah, he's caught. Maybe he had braces? Or is it like 2 pics that that were just taken? Really? The Ruby Raven? That's good news. That's good news. I was just talking to Vincent about this over dinner last night. We went out to eat and I was like, dude, you know that insurance that you have? So I'm glad. I figured it would probably be coming. He dips. Yeah, he dips. Dips out at times. Yeah, he was caught earlier today at a McDonald's. This is him. I mean, if you can believe it, it's him. It's him, all right. This is like everything about him. So this is his stuff that we were looking at. I think it was last night or night before. Last night. It was last night because he just got arrested. Wonder where they're at. Because this little running guy looks weird up here. It must be a different country almost. Might be. Often reposted tweets about anxiety. It says that's his Facebook account, but I don't know. It's the same one. It says what keeps coming up is a back surgery that changed everything for him and he went absolutely crazy. This checks out with his Goodreads history and the X-ray in his header on X. Well, I mean, you have to have a mindset. I guess you have to have a mindset of knowing that you're going to have metal for the rest of your life. I don't know. I'm going through that right now, freaking out. He's only 26. He's still young. He was young. He shouldn't have thought about any of that. Oh, maybe Diane, maybe they didn't like that. Okay. Let's see. He was an avid reader with 295 books listed on Goodreads. Academically, he holds both a master's and bachelor's degree in computer science from the University of Pennsylvania. Additionally, he gained recognition as the valedictorian at Gilman School in Baltimore. Well, you can tell the other people in the cells that. I don't think they're going to care, though. He rated the book. Like, I don't think he... Okay. That's who his cousin is. Well, that's going to be a bad look on the political side. Last quote he liked on Goodreads speaks volumes. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Well, now we got the cat in the hat here, so leave that to Nick. Reviews from the McDonald's he was arrested at. Well, okay. Well, we don't care about that. Free Luigi. Oh my God, already. Disdain towards, the healthcare industry is likely due to its treatment of an ailing relative, according to the New York Post. He lost his grandmother in 2013 and his grandfather in 2017. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, when was that? 6 hours ago? Here's one 5 hours ago, but we read this one. Maybe we didn't. His motive is believed to be tied to the
Behemoth.
It says his motive is to believe to be tied to the behemoth U.S. healthcare industry's treatment of a sick relative or even himself, sources says. One tech ace and one-time prep school valedictorian was taken into custody. Okay. It doesn't say grandfather and grandmother, though. It says when Altoona cops asked Mangione, whatever, if he had been to New York recently, the male became quiet and started to shake, according to court documents. Ooh. Oh, okay, we got court documents coming out. He eventually told officers his real name and then asked why he lied about it. He replied, clearly, I shouldn't have. The suspect was held on weapons charges and lying as authorities continue to build their murder case around him. Okay. I don't see anything about the grandparents, though. He was self-funded and he acted alone. And he was described by law enforcement sources as an anti-capitalist who veered against big oil and was sympathetic towards the climate crisis based on his online writings. Well, where are all these writings? Because I'm curious. Okay, let's go look around. I'm like, let's go look around. Yeah, I thought someone said that his grandfather left him a trust. Okay, the arrest affidavit, I don't see it out yet. Probably won't come out. Like the documents probably won't come out until tomorrow when a judge can see them. Or a judge has seen them, I guess, but maybe they're filing them. I'm usually pretty good at finding stuff pretty quick. This is insanity. Oh, never mind. That's just. This is another picture of him. It looks at the jail. Like when they first took him in. Wasn't that what he was wearing? Yeah, he was this is so weird. Yeah, like I can't wait to, we're gonna like definitely be going over this for a minute. Because I want to know I want the documents. You know me. I want them Google searches. I want them Google searches because he doesn't search stuff on Google. Everyone does. Every criminal searches on Google. They just can't help themselves. So he probably did search something on Google. They'll find it. It's crazy to me. Maybe this was all due to a back injury. And then this is his, page. So June 10th, smartphones and mental health. Peter on many great startups being run by people suffering from a mid-form of Asperger's and how we should view this as an indictment of our society. Okay. It's amazing how caffeine really is the only drug that has achieved this level of social acceptance. Imagine someone saying the first line of cocaine in the morning is one of my favorite things in life, or without my morning joint, I can't function. Well, a lot of people say without my morning joint, I can't function. What? Changes on the menu, the revolution continues. What? I don't even know. This. What is he even talking about? Yeah, he was going down a hole for a minute. I wonder if he has any media on here, actually. Like, okay. What are your thoughts on the quote from Jay? Okay, Kirschnermity. Is it good? Is it no measure of good health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society? Who the hell is Neil? Those who feel strong aversion to adjusting to a maladjusted society are deemed mentally ill, alcoholic, substance abuser, or slackers. They are correlated into a 12-step program or 12-step groups, and or mental hospitals are placed on medication or even just shunned, all in the attempt to make them conform and fit in when what really needs to change is the society itself. Just as gun legislation will not end the senseless mass shootings, because what we really need to do is stop generating psychopaths as a culture. Well, if that ain't freaking pot meat kettle meat pot. What's this? What is this? Okay, let's read this. So what does all this mean for you, and why am I telling you this? First, I hope I introduced you to some new topics, or at least encouraged you to learn a bit about some you already know about. Hopefully, the next time you hear about some bizarre new invention, you'll look into it rather than deeming it science fiction. Second, know that whatever you hope to pursue in life will be drastically altered in the next few years. Huh. I'm not suggesting that everyone should become a computer scientist or a biomedical engineer, but that today's careers may be drastically changed or even eliminated in 30 years. Finally, be excited for what the future holds for us. We may have been born into one of the most exciting times on earth, regardless of this singularity. We might not recognize it in our day-to-day lives, but the world is changing fast. Is this your fake valedictorian speech because you wasn't valedictorian in your college? Understandably, my guess is that many of you are probably thinking, cool, but definitely not happening anytime soon. But let's step back a minute. Around 200,000 or 100,000 years ago, the first humans roamed the earth. Quick timeline, huge spans of time between fire, discovery of metal alloys, etc., to 200 years ago, electricity to cars, planes, space travel, the internet, and smartphones in rapid succession. When we understand just how fast the rate of human progress is increasing, a revolutionary near future isn't unbelievable. It's actually the only logical conclusion. Tell it like it is there, buddy. Tell us again. Glenda, I like all the drugs. She ain't biased. We're not biased over here. Hey, chocolate latte. So I think that's all I have for you guys for tonight. I am going to look into this little critter though even more, you know. We just are. Let me pin these so that if they take the page down, hopefully it'll still stay. But yeah, wow, he's something else. Let's see who's live real quick. I like doing that with you guys. Okay. Nobody. I don't watch a whole lot of people live. Well, I do. I lied when I said I don't watch a lot of people live. I do, but I don't. Like, there's nobody live I would be watching right now. Shucks. I like watching people live. So, let's see here. I was just looking. I was looking to see at the breaking news. It's all him, but it's all him going into jail. It looks like so. Yeah, we know about them being prominent. Yeah, we know all about them being prominent. We know all about his family. Maybe. I mean, but you could prove that you could do stuff with it without going and doing something with it. I don't maybe they did. Maybe they did deny something of his. That's sad, but there's other options. There are other options. I mean, you're old enough to be off of your family's insurance. So you could base it off of your income. And if you weren't working, let's say, you could go and get, help if your family didn't want to help you because you're not, I mean, after a certain age, your parents' money isn't yours anymore. So, maybe you could have went to like Job and Family Services. They could have helped you, buddy. But instead, you decide to make an elaborate plan. Must have been real fun coming up with that, for however many months it took you or weeks or whatever it took you to come up with that plan, all to get caught because of a water bottle, a girl. That's really what it was. A girl. You pulled your face mask down for a girl. You dumbass. That's if you would have never pulled your face mask down, we probably wouldn't be sitting here. We probably wouldn't, or we would, and we'd be going, who the heck's this person? But barely the cutoff, yeah. I think actually my dad's, it was like 26, but I wonder what the parents think. They want to put me on opioids. And I keep telling them, no, not yet, not ready. When I'm like old, like I need it, because everything's really hurting. Like I hurt, but nothing to like that I can't just suffer through, which I usually do. and don't feel bad. It's okay. I just usually just sit down or, do something like that. Or if it's really bad, I'll take an Advil, not a big deal. I did go to the pain school though, that was offered, and that was fun. JK, not at all. I didn't learn anything. Do you know what they told us in pain school? Let me tell y'all what they told us in pain school. They said that if you drive, so let's say you're taking grandma to get groceries. You know how you drop grandma off at the door? And I'm all about it. And I'm like, yeah, because that's respectful. It's grandma. Yeah, I know what you mean. You better drop grandma off at the door. The lady said, what you do is you drop her at the parking spot and you make her walk through the pain. It'll be good for grandma. I said, oh, hell no, I ain't going back to this pain class. It's not in my head. It's just, I don't like to take anything for it like that. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I just, it's the metal for me. The metal in the mornings when I walk, and the eye dries up because it doesn't produce natural tears. So like I can do that all I want. It doesn't really help. Yeah, I don't have pretend symptoms. That's whatever doctor tells you. Oh, Glenda, I feel bad for you. They know I'm not making them up. They're like, they just don't even want to tell me anything. They don't want to tell me the future. Like I'll ask, like I'll kind of like be like, what's going to happen, here like in the next few years. Oh, you're gonna be good. Like, I don't know. I don't know how they say it. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, it's the insides of my legs and the bottoms. And it's just, it just aches. It's all. It just aches. And it's because these dogs, they pull me everywhere. Describe anything for years now. Yeah. Yeah, they'll cut you off. Or I'll have to get off of them at some point. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I'm older, I could just live out my good days, you know, not in pain. I told Vincent I'll bring out the wheelchair. I'll bust out that wheelchair faster than he can say wheelchair. Like, I have one. I am not afraid to use it. I am not afraid. The bungee cord leash helps with the dogs pulling. Man, I've got those, the collars that dig into them. They be smiling at me. They don't care about them collars. They don't do nothing to them. They do help, like, them not pull me as much. Mia, the gray dog, no joke, guys. That dog can pull me if she wanted to. She could have her way with whatever. She can pull so hard, like, I can't stop her. I mean, like, I go with her. It's so bad. The brown one is so good. She knows, like, she usually is good. So is the gray one. They're both really good. But if the gray one sees her dad or something, like, and he's like over there, like, she'll definitely take me down. I know. Aries, that's why we're just over here hanging out. It's hard to keep the peace. I gave up. I'm a member at 1. I'm down to 1 membership now. But, you know, hey, Manic Mama. But I'm good with that. That's Granny still. Oh, we had to get the one, like, we had to get the choker ones for them. I mean, that's how bad they pull. And they don't care. Like, but they're both getting older. Thank goodness. I mean, I hate that, but thank goodness they're at the age where they don't want to fight. Like, especially the brown one. Like, our brown dog used to be a little fighter. Like, she doesn't like dogs. Mia's scared of everything. Hand harnesses. I have to look for those. Because we've tried it. We even tried the shock collar. I swear she looked at me and smiled. I swear she did. Yeah. I've got these 2 big ones. He thinks he's a 0. But I did mention how adorable that guy was to him. I was like, look at him. Oh, thanks, Choco Latte. Are you going to be around family? Thanks, Aries. We are wholesome over here. We're freaking wholesome family. Someone's saying we're laughing at people. We're allowed to laugh. My dog used to run away because she figured out my father would buy her a roast beef sandwich. That's my dog, Adrian, growing up. That's so funny. Your lab was the same way. Yeah. I want to get a golden doodle so bad, like, later in life. I love y'all. I love these. I love my dogs way too much. But guess what? The downstairs neighbors, they got a dog. I'm like, we've lived in this building for the last 3 years, 4 years with no dogs. It's been perfect. It's been great. It's been wonderful. Now we have a golden doodle puppy. Now my dogs may come out of retirement for that. I just think they're so cool. I think they're so cute. I want a little like mini one. One that looks like a little teddy bear. I need a little teddy bear dog. Southernish. I've had these big dogs my whole life. I've had big dogs my whole life. My whole life I have said, ever since I got my first dog, I'm going to get a small dog next dog. Small dog. My cat's not even small. My cat's like dog size. I can't even put him in a small bed. He has to have the large bed. Oh. Yeah, I wish we knew where Sebastian was. I saw people were talking about Sebastian still. I'm like, how can he talk about the same thing every single freaking night? Like, I just think it's hilarious to me. I don't know. What is I just like flashed over Gray Hughes's like live, and I don't know what he's doing over there, but he's got these like two little things like animations, like dancing. You have a Yorkie, Michael? See, that's what I need, a little York. I need a little something. Oh, I don't want to get like another dog or anything until years from now, but because I don't know how my dogs would act, but I do want a kitten real bad, but I'm scared to get a cat too, so. The little teddies, I know. I need one. I need one. Yeah. I'm on using adopted. I've adopted a lot of dogs. We got her from the Amish. We paid for her. And then what else? What else? The cat was adopted. Cat was adopted. That's all we have. Yeah. No fish. None of that. Well, I'm going to jump off here. You have an outdoor cat? I have an indoor cat. I've heard that, Squeaky. I've heard that before. I don't understand how people can do that. I mean, if like I probably make the least out of a lot of people on the platform, the lower end. And I don't do any of that stuff. I don't know why people do. Like why people rely on their subscribers to do things like that. Personally, I don't know. You ain't going to see me doing it. I'll have to look at his pictures, go through his pictures again. I don't know about Cheryl. I don't know if she's ever going to come back or not. Mr. Bean don't sue me. My neighbor walks her cats on a leash. I wish I could. He wouldn't. He just lay down. He's fat. He was in here. He's lovely. He's 16. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me, other than Vincent. I mean, this cat, like when I told my brother at Thanksgiving, I was like, yeah, I still have Rocky. Like the look on my brother's face was like priceless. He was like, you know what I mean? Like he could not believe I still had that cat. I'm like, I still got him. You haven't gotten a phone call yet. Like we have an animal burial at my brother's house. That's where we, take our animals, and we have like a little spot for them. So I'm like, you haven't gotten a phone call. He's named Rocky after the movie, after Sylvester Stallone. Oh, Mary Beth, you missed Dream. No, we don't. No, we don't. Not after what she pulled. Not after what you didn't hear the live I said earlier. She pulled some stuff. You might miss her, but I don't. I mean, you're allowed to, but I'm good. She can send some more emails. CC them to me. Forward them to me. So I can have an idea before I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and see it at 8 o'clock in the morning and I fall out of bed. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it so much. I mean, it really does make me laugh. It It truly tickles me. I feel important. I feel loved. But what are you going to do when you've been called Gretchen Wiener for the last year or so? Not become a mean girl? I don't know. I haven't yet. But thanks for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. You guys heard the whole live tonight. So if you heard anything crazy, you guys can, let me know. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm going to do a live in the afternoon and kind of just, I think, discuss a lot of stuff that I just have on my mind. It'll be on the second channel. And then that's Unfiltered with Tanya. If you're not familiar, I do have a smaller second channel. And then, because I haven't done a video in a few days, and then we'll come over here and we'll do something tomorrow evening. Hopefully we'll have some more information and I can dig up some more stuff on Luigi. If not, we'll go over over a couple different cases. That way we could put this one in there and, and some other ones. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Please hit the like on the way out and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot. Bye guys.